I am, because I was racing around because of my Slay the Spire video stream, sorry, back on Wednesday-ish. My settings were not correct when I was preparing for the stream, so I was like, why is it not preparing? So instead, if a stream started on Twitch, yeah, that's probably why. Not that I streamed Slay the Spire on Twitch, but as we get into Ath Knight Errant character exclusive Yashiro, oh, speak of the character, by the way. Yeah, it's a heck of a thing to have changed my OBS settings, and then I forgot to change it back. That being said, yeah, let's get into it. So, I mean, I'm probably going to cut this down to about like 75 minutes for a stream, because I was also running around trying to set things up, as we have strength, knowledge, second encounter, dexterity, second mystery, and a light check. Cooking, mainly cooking. I was preparing things to cooking. As it turns out, certain things need to thaw, and if they're meats, they definitely need to thaw, but also, you know, preparing vegetables can be a thing too. As it turns out, you can, well, not marinate, but you can definitely season vegetables and put them in storage, and they will taste better when cooked. So that, yeah, that's kind of the gist of why I was a bit late here. But otherwise, yeah, again, we'll get into it. I would hope to go for 90 minutes, but if I can only do 75 or 60, yeah, still doing stuff. Also, obviously, still doing game development. I was quite busy over the past 2 or 3 days, so I didn't get as much done, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get back on the grind. So, Kana, Scissors, Coma, I almost said Ward, Vigil, and Sailors. And yeah, we'll move on in a bit. I believe Tokyo Mirage Sessions, if you're mentioning Yashiro. Anywho, Void, a thing. How many ending A's are we gonna get? Possibly only 1? 2 if I want to go for Vigil, but I don't really want to. I mean, I could. All of these are dependent, basically. We'll take Kana first regardless, but boy. We didn't get Ward either, so I illegal den for no reason, but, you know, it's fine for the moment. It's not fine if I don't grab a weapon, but we'll see what happens. So what I'm thinking of, aside from, well, nah, Army Knife. Yeah, aside from what I'm doing this run is that, yes, the other 3, quote-unquote, 3 runs for the, what should have been a Nuzlocke stream happened during the week, and my score is at 0. I know I didn't show my score, but it's at 0 anyway. So, yeah, random Yashiro when random. And it's random. Oh, hold on, let me do this first. Why am I doing... oh, that's right. No, I have the Bronze Crucifix. I'm going crazy. Well, now this isn't actually guaranteed, but... doesn't matter? Kind of. Yeah, in a odd twist of fate, I should have unequipped the Bronze Crucifix. Not that... I probably could have. We're only taking -1 reason, so it's not like I'm losing too much, but... while we're here, and we can possibly go for -1 reason damage still by dodging, I'll dodge. And we'll just do a guaranteed kick, because the game... wow, dodge. Anywho, we'll move on. So my luck is probably like at what? 2, 3, 5, 4? Doesn't matter. I guess I'll see when I take a luck check, a lot of which I've forgotten. That being said, I also forgot to, yes, do a lot of events. I think I only did 1 event of the day this week, and that makes me sad, but again, I was held up doing other things during the week, which it's not going to get any better in the next coming 2 weeks, but that's on me to work with. That being said, for the game I am working on, I decided to use another Visual Stella plugin. It was skill cooldowns, because that is something that is not part of the free plugins that are currently available by Visual Stella, so I got cooldowns. And for cooldowns, for those who don't know what I mean, in RPG Maker, or just RPG games in general, you use skills and they can go on a cooldown for X amount of turns, and you can do some manipulation with that, but that's essentially the gist of what I was playing around with, or used to playing around with at MV. But in MZ, the plugins, they haven't changed, but they are... You need a separate version of them. You cannot use MV plugins in MZ. You have compatibility issues. So you have to get one version if you're making a game in RPG Maker MV, and then you need to get the other version if you are working in RPG Maker MZ. And how Visual Estelle releases things are singularly. You can get everything at once for obviously a discounted price. What are we on right now? Kana? Yeah, Kana. And you can also get things in kind of bundles. But I just got the skill cooldown plugin, and that was it. I shouldn't die here, by the way. We have Restless, so we'll definitely get one reason back. But yeah, I was fooling around with that as well. And then obviously still working on battle animations because I'm now swerving back from the swerve I did at the beginning of this week because things turned out better than I wanted. There's still a lot of stress and pressure incoming, but I feel a lot better now than I did in the past 2 months. Not in total, but over a vast majority of periods of time over the last 2 months. So, but again, we'll see what happens. I know I wasn't really concentrating there. It's not like I really needed to. Not much was happening. It's eels. There's not much that can happen. Now, I do have a choice here. As much as I would like to do either Vigil or Scissors now, my reason is so low that I don't feel the most comfortable. I also forgot to use the police station, so I guess we are going to go into coma. Max threat level downtown, high thing, and then well, if that's how it's gonna be. Since we do have sailors, we do have another downtown investigation, so funny enough, I'm thinking for a moment. Vigil School, yeah, we don't have a lot of forest or hospital. We have a few downtown. I mean, we have a lot of hospital investigations now, but I'm still setting things to downtown because I know I have to go there a few times. I also don't want to heal my reason right now by resting, even though I have the marked Bible, because my stamina is going to get topped off. Well, you gotta go. Hope I have good luck. Try to watch Foley. Yep, no problem. Bye. Meanwhile, me here, alone or not alone, depending on who's watching, if you're watching now or from the future. I do try to do my best regardless. A stream, even if that number is 0, I usually say something along the lines of, yeah, also how to take care of dogs before the stream, but they're sad again, as I forget Void here. Okay, we have to rest, by the way. But yeah, if I'm streaming to one person, act as if I'm streaming to 10 or 100. If you're streaming to 100, act as if you're streaming to 1,000 or 10,000, so on and so forth. That's kind of the model I try to go by. At the same time, though, there's only so much I can do. Yeah, there's a happy person, happy dog. It wants attention. Not from me, though. It's attention barking in terms of, hey, there's something out there, but it's not like dangerous. I noticed something. Also, we're gonna rest here because otherwise we're gonna die. I also should have taken out the marked Bible, but it's too late now. I don't actually want the box cutters at the... Well, you know what? No, we'll hold them for another time. Hopefully I don't die. It would be great to not die here. But yeah, if I'm not alone, regardless, I usually stream as if I'm addressing an audience. There's no reason not to, because if nothing else, someone's going to watch this as a VOD in the future, and you're not going to get anything else. But I think we'll spot the inspiring novel during Vigil. Depends on what... actually, I think it'll depend on what scissors I have. If I'm on Timeline B scissors, then no. I will save the inspiring novel for... I gotta decide this now, because I'm gonna get hurt a whole lot. Possibly. Well, I'm taking reason damage here, but you get the point. And Knight Errant penalty, but not much I can do about that. Yeah, depends on what timeline I'm on for school scissors. We do have Kana with us. I still would like to get out of encounters as efficiently as possible. We're on Timeline B, so we don't need the inspiring novel. I'm still going to equip the box cutters during Vigil, though, or plan to. And we have a wooden bat to help us out with any encounters here. So with that being... Now I can hold on to everything for the moment. Can I hold on to everything for the moment? It's not like you usually pick up things, although I am getting my reason taken from my body, but... Yeah, with Kana on our side, we don't have to worry as much still. Now, would it be nice to two-turn this? Yes, I guess that's why I'm going to throw the wooden bat. Otherwise, I could have gone for, again, the option of attack strong in a turn without any accuracy increasing actions is always an option at times, but it also depends on your accuracy, so... Yeah, I think we near one-shot this guy. We can go for a one-shot. I get... Oh, no, never mind, I lied. I mean, unless I missed both of these, but what are the... Oh, no! No! I have to cut that out of the thing, just in case of the robots. Yes, by the way, so my phone rang, and yeah, I did not mute it. Again, I was really rushing to get this stream started, so excuse me for a moment while I add this in. And yeah, all you need to know is that I use a very certain ringtone, and yeah, that's robots. But anywho, hey, it's a good thing I'm not as popular yet because of a thing. But nonetheless, whether I'm popular, no matter how popular I may be, robots. So yeah. Also, it wasn't even a phone call that was actually important because these days you get a lot of scam phone calls. So if I see something like, that's why I'm also wary on the internet because of oh, I forgot which one. I'm gonna do 5 bows and hope, by the way. But yeah, that's why I'm also just as wary on the internet if I don't know who is contacting me, and that's also why as I nearly lose all of my things there. But I got 2 bows, 2 claps, and a bow. And the Knight Errant penalty, because Knight Errant. Yeah, I always try to include ways of saying, hey, this is me, and you can check if this is me by contacting me in these other places, whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Discord, whether it's my business email for the channel anyway. Yeah, I usually try to give you a method of contact. We're gonna heal Reason, by the way. And yeah, I things. So we'll see what happens. But as we take Vigil here, we're definitely going to pop the Inspiring Novel. This will allow us to get out of other encounters. I also forgot to take out items from my storage, but that's fine for the moment. And funny enough, we have an out of funds event at some point. I forgot if you can still get them during Vigil. I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? But I would like to do this Vigil for the purposes of taking less Doom. Otherwise, we're taking the same amount of Doom with the Knight Errant penalty, except we're getting experience by defeating the boss here and doing Ending A. That's really the only strat that I'm thinking of at the moment, because enemies kind of usually straightforward. So yeah, 2 stamina damage would be nice, but of course I miss an 80%. Am I going to miss another one? 2%? No. I think I can opt to do this now. I just needed to hit one of those, but hey, I also should have guaranteed this, but unless my luck is absolutely down in the drain, underneath the floor, in the sewers, yeah, I shouldn't really need to worry. What I do need to worry about is actually doing this Vigil correctly, but I shouldn't mess that up. Now, this is my occasional reminder that some people did consider wanting the mansion nerfed. But at the same time, you also have events that just give you 4% Doom, so I don't know how many... I don't know if Mansion actually needs a nerf. But as I've always also mentioned, I don't really mind... if it gets nerfed. I'm not going to complain too much. I'm just going to make it aware that there are more than enough bad things that happen already. Though, someone with better luck, as I forget to carve the symbol, probably has a much easier time. That being said, I do make more than a few human errors. A lot of human errors. But let's take this bath. Did I forget to fill this bottle of water earlier? Well, into Sailors we go, and we basically hope and pray that we are on a thing. I also forgot to equip the box cutter. That's what I forgot to do. But if we don't need the handcuffs, we should be okay. Well, think about throwing things away near the end of the mystery. I should have leveled up here. I don't know why I did not level up. I think we also still have the monument available, but let's focus on other things at the moment. Yeah, we can visit it once. The first visit should not hurt you at all. Aside from losing the monument because you forgot funds, but aside from that, that should be -3 Doom to work with. And yeah, my luck is apparently at 3, but I mean, I would have passed it if I did not use the corpse dust earlier in the run, but I would have still preferred the perks that I have now earlier than later. With that, though, I'm still losing a lot of reason, so it would be nice to not die here, but we'll get slapped for 2 stamina and move on with life. If the box cutter breaks, so be it. Not like I needed it anyway, because I can now throw it away to do sailor stuff. I can also throw this marked Bible away. And we are on Timeline B, so we're taking a Knight Errant penalty. I don't want to visit the monument anymore, though, but I might have to. Never mind, I can't. So, without further ado, this should be a successful run. If I somehow die here, that would be really weird. I'm pretty sure, yeah, and I'm pretty sure in Timeline B you can't get any A in Sailors, so no point trying to fight the boss for anyone who doesn't happen to know. And if I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm pretty sure you can't get any A in Timeline B on Sailors. Strength Knowledge, which I don't have. We can increase our dexterity to 8 with the power of the energy drink, so we're losing, you know, we don't need a rest, basically. We shouldn't need a rest at all, in fact. And I can probably just stroll up this lighthouse just fine. So yeah, hopefully this stream goes on for a moment. I'm doing more Slay the Spire stuff. Again, our daily, or not daily, but occasional reminder that yes, we are... I don't care. I should survive this no matter what. That Slay the Spire 2 is coming out. I'm not sponsored or anything, I'm just saying so. This I should get correct for the sake of just, you know, practicing more, so coma. Because I was like, oh, I don't have enough reason, oh no, which I didn't. I actually was missing out quite a lot of reason near the beginning of this run. But that's an Ath run down. And I will show you the scoreboard in a hot moment. While I take a drink. Oh my goodness. Please, OBS. That is not the right one. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this? Why am I unable to show a thing? You know why? It's because I did not do this thing. So, yeah. I'll be right back in a moment. Oh goodness. Transition, please. Oh! And moving on, if I can turn my mic on for a moment, let us get it back into the Nuzlocke with a score of 1. Zictas, Scar's character exclusive Kyrie. I guess we hope that our spells are good, maybe? Question mark? If we even get that perk first, because yeah, we're just... Kyrie doesn't start with the power to get spells immediately, but she does start with one. Abolishes... not anything great, though. Unless we're in Flood, maybe? Yeah, unless we're in Flood. Charisma, Strength, Second Knowledge, Light, and maybe Takshisan. No second encounter. I think I'm still going to do the Hardware Shop to try and get the Heavy Duty. Otherwise, I mean, any Strength weapon is nice. But we will use one Library Note. And Ethotu Flame is interesting. We'll see if we need it, though. And let's see what our mysteries look like. Vigil, Scissors, Flood. We do have Flood, Coma, and Ramen. I can enter a Vigil now. I could also enter Scissors now. I have a Thotu Flame that allows me to do some cool stuff here. Depends on what timeline we're on, but still. We're on Timeline A, so we get to do cool stuff. And by that, I mean a Thotu Flame, Scissor Lady, and Prophet. Especially since we have Flood as well, so our Doom is definitely going to be low here, but never know. Stay on my toes. So Scars, yeah, and I'm also taking less damage overall. Basically, I have a high chance of surviving. Like, for me, minimum 75% chance, but if I make mistakes, that just start removing 5% to my survival rate for every mistake I make. But as for Maru here, we can swing for the fences, because, yeah, it's like we're not playing on Harbinger right now. Until we are playing on Harbinger. Scars, though, is normally to your benefit. It's just that for me, sometimes events are not great. Like that. I said any. Most other people would have probably gotten the katana there. I don't, so... Hence why we're using a Thotu Flame in a hot moment. So what are we doing with the Scissor Lady here? We can swing for the fences once. Do I swing again? I could try. I'm basically just going to go down to 3 stamina. That's what I'm trying to do here. So I do this. I can swing again if I really want to, but in the interest of not losing as much HP, because I think that even does more than my strong wooden bat attack. It does. But this is RNG, though, because I cannot fit a Desperate Struggle, Prep, and Strong. Which is why we're going to use the Thotu Flame again before doing this. Could I have? No. Because I was thinking about throwing the wooden bat, which you usually should do, but didn't need to that time, so away we go. Restless bonus, because that's just the nature of scissors, and away we go. Yeah, away we go. You don't think you've ever done a ritual in game? The only ones I can think of doing are Ancestral Strength, which gives +1 damage, and Protective Carvings. And normally those happen at the beginning of the run, but again, if they happen in the middle, you're less likely to use them, understandably, because you are probably hurt, or you need the Doom, or your Doom is high. But in most cases, those are the only two spells you're really two rituals you're really casting, in my opinion. So yeah, I think that makes sense. That being said, do I just want to take Flood now and then save Coma and Ramen for my last 2 mysteries? Yeah. So let's get this healing done now. This guy is only doing 1 stamina damage, and I think I fought... Oh, what was my second? No, I don't have a second encounter check. Okay, good. Because I completely forgot what it was. I don't think it was a Sizzle Lady, funny enough. But anywho. The girl on the roof gives 2 of the 5 sequences, but never know how you're supposed to know the rest. No, you're not supposed to, aside from obviously trying to guess it in an encounter. Because the only way to get the full ritual without testing it in battle is Scissors Timeline B, I believe. Otherwise, the only 2 hints come from, well, Timeline B, Scissors, at the beginning, or the girl on the rooftop. Which, again, neither help if you're talking about, and I know, like, I cry about it too, is that when you're in an encounter, you can't really logic it out. You have better odds if you're trying to 2-turn, 3-turn ritual, but yeah, trying to figure it out beforehand, yeah. Timeline B Scissors is the only way, as I overheal here, to learn the whole thing without being in an encounter. I'm pretty sure. So for better or worse, Scars could absolutely hurt me here, but do I want to take this? I have 5 stamina. I'm gonna take the curse. That's not great, but we'll deal with it. And we'll just rest till the end, because why not? Yeah, we didn't even get to top off our stamina. You understand the point of making the player figure it out, just doesn't seem to be an easy way to input the steps without taking loads of doom/damage. Yeah, on Harbinger, and that's, as I keep mentioning over and over, that's mainly a Harbinger issue because of the damage increase, so therefore it is less... someone worked it out for me as well in the Discord server when I asked about certain things. Is that, yeah, it is numerically usually worse for you to try on Harbinger. If you know the first 2 steps, it's a little better. I think you can do it like in 3 to 4 steps max. I forgot how much you actually need, but essentially, again, your odds a lot better. But the damage you're taking on Harbinger is usually actually not worth it, because if you're even if it takes you 3 turns, if you're unlucky and you take 3 turns worth of damage, because that includes the turn you are doing the ritual successfully, yeah, it turns out you're taking a lot more damage than expected. But if you need the experience for whatever reason, it is situational too. You do want to think about whether or not it's a good idea. But oftentimes, for me, I feel it's the answer is no. 60%. I'm gonna go for it. I should have just cast a Thotu Flame, but hey, we got out. And there's probably a few other situations or variables I'm forgetting about, but the gist of it is, yeah, it's looking for the ritual on Harbinger is, or trying to ritual away a ghost encounter on Harbinger is usually not going to go in your favor, I believe. And some people, you'll be lucky enough. I mean, just by nature of theoretical probability, there are people who will just have better, or experience a better time in Rule of Horror doing the ghost ritual, but on average, I would say you lose out a lot more. Also because more than a few ghost enemies either just do 3 stamina or reason damage, usually reason damage, 3 reason, or do -2 all, and so therefore they do -3 all, and you don't want to deal with that. So let's grab this Vigil pamphlet and do some Vigil stuff. Bow clap, bow clap. And yeah, Penstaz did make a mention a long time ago to change ghost encounters. Don't know if that's still going to be the case now. That's probably low priority compared to everything else. But yeah, it is a... Ghost encounters have their own special thing. To, I think, more than a few people, it is disappointing as a mechanic because... I mean, you could say the same about a lot of other mechanics in games, but that doesn't change the fact, I suppose, if we're trying to speak objectively, that it becomes a big... How do I want to say? There's an exact phrase for it, but the way I'm going to phrase it for now is an RNG fest. But yes, you are essentially trying to guess out the order of operations for, you know, 2 actions that are in a permutation of 2 choose 5, or 5 choose 2, 5 choose 2? Am I going crazy? Yeah, I'm going crazy. Anywho. Yeah, we could. Do we get out? Yeah, we get out in 2 turns, so I'll do this. He drains 1 HP, doesn't matter. Where I'll go? Yeah, I was up doing stuff, game dev, and also trying to record Event of the Day, and then I made a mistake. So, not that the next Event of the Day is hard to do. I just happened to make a mistake. So, specifically, as I said, I was working with plugins for RPG Maker, and I was also trying to figure out how I wanted to do certain animations because it was kind of getting to me. I was making characters jump around on screen, and I was like, I just want them to kind of zoop zap here for certain things, and for other things like magic, I need to start working with animations, or in terms of, you know, just figuring out which ones to do. I can kind of do animations in RPG Maker, but trust me, they don't look good. They're bare bones, I should say. And I am working with the base kit of assets. Well, I do have more, but I don't want to use as much in the first game. Relative first game that I've made. Coma ramen for this channel and as this channel. Box cutter, ramen, coma. I think I'd rather take coma. Ramen were kind of more free. And I could choose to rest, but we're okay for the moment. We also have frostbite. I should have gotten rid of that. We'll get rid of it in a bit. That way I can take these painkillers and get rid of that injury. Discharge summary would be nice, but hasty aid actually is not what I want to see. Did I never get to use the thingamajiggy, the police station? I guess not, did I? Because I took scissors, then vigil, then something else. Flood. I took those 3 back to back. I completely forgot I'm on Zektas. I was on Zektas, by the way. But as we gulp down these painkillers, if we need to rest, we'll rest, and in fact we should. There's no reason not to. We're sitting on 32% Doom on our 4th mystery. There is literally no reason for me to be doing things this way. But as these elevator doors open up, and I move on to, you know, the end of Coma, again, if I die here, it would be really, really weird. I would have to oddly zero stat by injuries and or curses, or... thing. I don't know why Abolish is not a ritual, but you know what? Fair enough. Actually, that would make it a good spell, but what I was trying to say is that during stone statues, no, we can't really... Yeah, you don't really get to use Abolish because it is a spell that must be used in combat, and therefore provides you no use in the stone statues event. We're going to take experience, oddly enough, and into ramen I go. So that's a Zektas. Well, assuming I complete this run, it's going to be a Zektas and an at the event. I'll take more Doom Decrease, by the way. Did I get a single Kyrie perk? Second Sight? Yeah, Second Sight. That's... I mean, that is a good perk, but... could be doing a lot better. Could be doing a lot better. I will also readily admit that I haven't worked on any custom content for World of Horror, but again, I'm doing my own thing. Downtown's already being patrolled, so high threat level location. And as I kind of cruise to the end of this run, so part of what I say, and I did mention it earlier in the stream, is that I was preparing some food for after the stream, because I practice fasting, if you didn't know, or intermittent fasting. Or I try to anyway. I don't often get it right. Are we? Oh, yeah, we're on Zictas, so just run. Excuse me. Oh, let me cough. But yeah, so as I was preparing meat, basically I'm trying to make fake burgers, what I call them. And by that, usually what I mean by that is either, well, usually it means the bread is not there. And by bread here, for burgers, I mean buns. Because I do the same with hot dogs. If I have a loaf of bread and I cut that loaf of bread, I basically just treat it as it's a hot dog, even though I'm not using hot dog buns. Same thing for fake burgers. I just use, slices of bread for the quote-unquote buns. Not that you can't make there are sandwiches that are made that way, or burgers that are made that way, but you get the point. Traditionally, how I think most people would think is that you think of hamburger buns, but let me just calculate and be sure. I should survive no matter what. If I somehow die, that would be really strange. We don't have the dexterity check either, and we're at 50% doom. But in fact, do we have the 6th floor? Do I care? I mean, I care about it, but we do that. And so yeah, I make the ground beef into patties myself. There are ways to get pre-made, quote-unquote, pre-made patties around me, but I would rather use ground beef. Because then you have more control over the more control over what you can put in your own burger, in my opinion, usually the tastier it'll be. Aside from, don't obviously cook things thoroughly to, a healthy degree so that you can consume them without getting sick. But yeah, in my experience, I usually, I do have to apologize to the few chefs that I've talked to because I keep asking for well done when I should at some point ask for medium rare. It's just that when someone asks, how do you want your burger? For some reason, my mouth always gravitates to well done. Nice broken jaw, by the way, but we completed this task run. And for that, I apologize. And at some point, when I go to a restaurant of any kind where they ask the question, I should just say medium rare. I hear it's pretty good. But also, I need to show you the scoreboard because we completed this task run. So, let me show you that for a moment, and I will switch back as I take a sip of water. But essentially, that's the gist of what I'm doing after the stream, because, yeah, after the stream, I've essentially come off my fasting period. And as it turns out, it helps out as I get to Yogatek, 7th Curse, All Perks, Kana. That's actually what I want to see usually as Kana. But sometimes, maybe you don't want All Perks. And by that, I mean Zectas reasons, because being able to take Folklore Studies or any other stat perk instead might be helpful. But again, that's to each their own. Maybe there's an objective answer, but second, Strength, Knowledge, Charisma, and Takashi-san. Maybe. But we just assume we have them. Hardware store. Yeah, we'll hardware store here. We'll fill this bottle of water. Oh my goodness. And move on. Grab these funds. What do we have on our plate? We're on 7th Curse, so we have enough for a weapon immediately. I could go for the chainsaw. Do I want to go for the chainsaw? No, because we have some roads closed shenanigans that can happen. This is a roads closed nightmare. Aside from Coma, and even then, if you visit the village, this is a roads closed nightmare. You love your steak rare. Wouldn't have more than the. Yeah, again, obviously chefs are chefs, right? They're professional chefs for a reason. So you should feel comfortable asking for things even as much as like rare or blue. I guess isn't it blue? Blue is rarer than anywho. Yeah, we're not gonna go for the chainsaw, by the way, because if we get roads closed, this is gonna hurt. We have Yogatek already anyway. But meanwhile, yes, part of the reason why I'm a bit more, not nervous, how do I want to say? We don't have a light check, so, oh my goodness, we have to take anything else. Do I want to go for the chainsaw? I guess we're going to go for the chainsaw. Yeah, we're going to go for the chainsaw. So we need a light source on top of this. We'll use the wooden bat as much as we can, maybe, unless we want to get the heavy duty. We can still. We didn't get the thing, so I guess we'll heavy duty. We'll out of funds into reason, because we start with the no, maybe stamina. Oh my god, I'm going crazy. Okay, hold on. Let me just focus for a moment. We have Bulletin Botanist. I forgot. Coma. Let me actually check my threat levels. High Downtown, Max School, Max Mansion. We have painting as well, so yeah, we're gonna set the police patrols to the mansion. This is all for Doom. I usually set it to the max threat level of mansion, for those who don't know, just as an off advice, but we'll move on. Oh, stakes on the other hand. Yeah, stakes on the other hand, I would also like to try medium rare at some point. Rare, I might be pushing it for myself a bit, but I mean, again, if a chef is making it, I should feel, because obviously the opposite side of that is if the chef somehow prepares it badly, then you have a legal problem on the restaurant's hands. So, I don't know why I rolled on that, but thankfully we passed it. But, anywho. Yeah, I would like to try medium rare. I mean, stuff. I think what I was trying to say is that often when I'm cooking for the people, like if I'm cooking for more than just myself, I usually make things well done, because that's just the way that my family, you know, our family makes sure that things are cooked for a good reason. So I usually make things well done. But if I'm only cooking for myself, I'm more than willing to leave, you know, the inside more pinkish, because usually, for me, it's reliable on, you know, looking at temperature. We're on Bulletin. We're in Bulletin right now. And we can die to stamina, so we can die once or twice as Kana. We don't want to, but wouldn't be a bad idea. That being said, I would like to Desperate Struggle first if I were to lose on stamina or reason, but we'll see. But yes, meats, I would like to try medium rares under the supervision of a, you know, someone who can prepare it properly. What am I going to do here? You know, funny enough, I just happen to be in a Doom encounter, so we'll swing for the fences, but I do want this chainsaw ASAP, so what we'll also hope for is that we go into painting, don't die, and grab the chainsaw. Now I'm hungry, but again, when I cook for myself, I obviously want to make sure, like, you don't want it to be, I don't think you want things to be mushy. That's how it started out when I first started trying making meats. In particular, I did do the side quest, right? Please tell me I did the side quest. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna die immediately, but we'll see, won't we? Yep, I forgot to do the side quest. Well, we're in a bit of a pickle now. Kind of, but not really as well. Because while we won't die, our Doom might rise by like 10%. So, we do want to die to both stamina and reason. Again, I'll keep saying it in case anyone new watches this stream and hasn't watched previous videos or streams, but as Kana, you want to die to all damage, whether it's a design oversight or a bug. The fact is that you die only once here, as opposed to, say, if they together did stamina damage, I die to stamina, my Doom increases by 5, then somehow I die to reason, then my Doom increases by another 5. But if I die to all damage, my Doom only increases by 5% once. And that's your tip of the day, I guess, if there's nothing else to remember, but otherwise, yeah, as we're sitting here, I realize that this phone is not like me, and it's not going to die in this turn, so I guess we will throw the empty bottle. Depends if I hit this, I guess. And I'm pretty sure you can't Desperate Strike twice in a turn. Yeah, so we're going to just take this -2 all in the face. Actually, I'm going to gamble again. And if we're going to gamble, I might as well roll on 50% twice. Or 60-50. If I miss both of these, on the other hand, though, okay. Not as bad, but we still need to do this. If I hit both attacks, I would not have needed to throw this, but in the interest of not dying quickly, twice, yeah, now that we have the Blood Moon, yeah, the chainsaw would help out. We're also on all perks, but we'll see what happens. And away we go. That being said, our Doom is quite high. Yogateg is going to be stalking us. Yogateg can't stalk us in painting. That is one of the pluses you have to take away. But we do have Botanist and I think one other forest mystery where we're just taking roads closed shenanigans. Possibly. We don't have roads closed yet, but boy, would it be nice. Do I just take this in the face, by the way? 5 Doom or 6 all. And as I say that, I'm already hitting escape, so... Running shoes would be nice. Stealth would also be nice, but... We're about to level up soon, but... Man. Masochistic doesn't affect Kana, and that's one of the few... I mean, I can't really control the fact that I get max stamina or max reason decreasing curses or injuries, so... I allow that as a house rule. Not that I can do much about it, but... You know. And for those who don't know, I don't allow Mind Drain or Ghostly Spear. Maybe one cast on really odd moments, but as a general rule, as I grab one of the best perks in the game, I do not allow myself to... Hold on, how fast are... I mean, I want Brace anyway, but... Yeah, I mean, it's 55 speed. Anywho. Yeah, I don't allow myself to use Ghostly Spear, Mind Drain, or equip any of the rings. Or the Gruesome Totem, usually. But if you do it yourself, I'm not going to shame anyone for doing it. We'll trade stamina for reason. And away we go. If you didn't hear, my stomach just grumbled, but hey. I'll eat later. Nice time skip, by the way, but I would rather still have that. That does less damage still than Roads Closed at the moment. Yeah, Botanist into Festival. I'm shaking my head in real life, but... Yeah, if and when we get it, we have to just visit the Monument a lot. I'm pretty sure Monument does pay itself off as Kana if you use it more than a few times, but... Anywho. We're just gonna throw the Hail... Do we have to throw the Hail Mary? No, we don't. We get guaranteed 12 damage per turn. And there's really not much of a difference there, oddly enough, because if I do 3 attacks, that's 15. I mean, yeah, 3 damage. Yeah, actually, that's a lot. Let me resign my statement. Let me take back my statement. Let me also sell this soft drink, I guess, in the interest of not getting out of... I almost said Roads Closed. Out of funds. And let's see what else happens. Now, I would like my Doom to stop increasing at some point. Actually, now I'm a bit scared because I don't remember if I have a town mystery last, or if I get the chance to visit the monument. I should have visited the monument now. I did not for whatever reason, so... And essentially how you can look at Monument is that after the first 1 or 2 uses, your Doom decrease is... You take a -1 Doom decrease for every time you use the mansion. Or the Monument after that, because usually the Monument, definitely after the 3rd or 4th time, you will experience a phenomenon where your stamina and reason are so low that you just end up dying. But usually, if the game is nice to you, you'll be able to use Monument twice by trading stamina and then reason, or reason and then stamina. And then your Doom increases by 5 again when you die to stamina or reason, and therefore, that's why I say, overall it's -1 Doom, but again, you don't want to die to the Monument because, and I feel it should work that way, is that the Monument should kill you if you lose too much stamina and reason to it, even though that, yeah, obviously it doesn't make sense with Kana. I mean, overall, it's a fair thing regardless, but hey. I just think, as we grab... Core Strength would be nice core for the Chainsaw, but in the interest of not dying to events, we'll take Doomed already. And away I go. Yeah, I was topped off, but I still like resting there because you spend 1 Doom doing an investigation anyway, and sometimes you don't lose 1 Doom, but that's usually when you only run into an enemy, and that is still worse than 1% Doom, so hence why you see me always rest at Festival at least once, even if I'm topped off. But as we take pretty much 4 stamina in the face, I'm gonna handcuff this encounter. And we'll move on. 6 Charisma. Thankfully we passed that, and that will help my Chainsaw speed, attack speed. Oh no! Moriko! And we'll move on. I would like to not be on Timeline B if possible, but if we're forced to, not really much I can do about it. Yeah, not much I can do about it. So without further ado, let's see what timeline we're on as I take a drink of water. Ugh, I'm too hungry right now. I need to... Well, I'm hungry right now. Or I can feel the hunger in my body, but... One, fasting. And I have lost... I'll keep attesting to this. But again, only do... This is not health advice, but I'm just saying for me personally, I have lost 5% of my current body weight, minimum, through the practice of fasting. And obviously do as much as you're... do as much as is safe for you, or not do anything at all if you don't feel it's safe. And as I use the monument here, yeah, I do feel some confidence in myself in terms of cooking things to a good degree. But yes, now that I understand the ways that of temperature a lot more, as I accidentally do that to myself, yeah, feels good. That way I'm not eating a hockey puck. I always think of it in the ways of, from, a certain King of the Kill, where it's like, what if they wanted, always ask, or something about always ask for a medium rare. But what if they want it well done? Then we ask them firmly and kindly to leave. But anywho, we'll take the... Well, we can forget Midasu Touch, but we're gonna hope it asks for stamina or funds. Otherwise, yes, you do die here, and if that bug is fixed, I'm just gonna treat it like we die here anyway. So I guess we have to just be happy and hope that we don't die again, and that's why I'm taking Reason. Now, Zeal I'll allow because you have to roll into Zeal, but for the purposes... No, we want to deal damage. We do have Takushin, I believe. And here we hope we survive. I don't have 8 strength, so this is going to be really iffy. We unfortunately failed that check. That's not good. And in fact, this is just as bad. So... Does Kana proc immediately off this? No. But I think I'm still going to die here. Because we don't have these... I'm going to actually check the lighthouse first. So, what are we losing? 3 stamina, 6 stamina, 2 reason. Ugh. I don't remember my second encounter! You have the 6th floor? We do as well. So, we need to pass every Doom check, and possibly also one-shot Takushin, because I'm including the fact that I'm about to lose 5 Doom. If I heal Reason, I should be okay on not dying to Reason, but I will die on Stamina. So because of that, yeah, I think I need to one-shot Takushi-san. Am I able to do that? I guess we're gonna find out. I might be able to brace, but yeah, let's find out. Maybe, well, no, actually, do we die? No, we don't die here, right? At least we're gonna find out. I forgot I had the sewing kit, but we're gonna find out. Now, I would like to get these correct. So I did painting second because I wanted the chainsaw. I'm trying to think. I might have actually fought together because I feel like I fought something with the wooden bat before. We're gonna find out. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I'm pretty sure, why do I feel like I fought the magician first? I had to have ran from the, I had a lot of forest investigations, by the way. I think the obsessed man was during coma, so I want to say Together was my second encounter. It could have been Kinoko Gather or Magician. Thankfully, it was Together. And yeah, Takushi-san should just crumple here. So, unless a freak accident happens, we can get close to a freak accident, but this should be real. And nothing strange should happen. Because if I had, say, died to stamina and or reason because of a mangled hand or something, and then Takushi-san hit me, I would have died there. But, hey, we passed the Yogatag run, so we have a score of 3, and now I'm a bit afraid. But we'll see what happens in the next run shortly as I show you the scoreboard, and we will move on in about 5 to 10 seconds. I have no more water, so there's no reason to mute, but hey. Hey. But yeah, it would be nice to have a score of 4 or 5. I'll probably do at least 2 more runs. If I lose a run, I'm definitely doing 2 more runs, but we'll see what happens. So I should probably slow down as I get into Thotu Exquisite Taste, Character Exclusive Random Item Mizuki. And we are in a Thotu, so while my kicks are... That's good for ally attack, because normally you're adding at least a kick to your ally attack. We also have Exquisite Taste, so... I mean, that just really narrows down what I'm doing. Because it's not like Mizuki uses the other locations anyway. If you're running ally attack. If you're trying to buy a weapon, it can get a bit iffy. But we'll find out. Charisma, Light second, Knowledge, Strength. For the love of the old gods. And no, not the old gods. The new gods. Because the new gods are probably a lot better. On average. But, yeah, I need to remember the second encounter check. Knowledge, so we're taking about 6 stamina damage if we have the 6th floor. We're taking 3 reason damage if we don't have a light source. Our charisma should be at 8 or higher. But also at Thotu. So, without further ado, enable rests, schoolyard, that, illegal den. Unfortunately, Monument has to take the boot. But after this, depends on the mysteries, because if we can get Kana, that would be nice. Though I will be running a certain ally strat if we have eels in our run. And I forgot to use the library notes, so whoops. If that's enthrallment, okay, it's not. It's nothing. We'll save it just in case, but I don't think we'll use it. So as we put on our private school clothes and move on. Is that Akamanto? Yeah, that's Akamanto, Koma, Kana, Teacher, and Nail. So, oof. We can try to take Nails 4th if we believe. We do have character-specific perks. Let me plan this out. We're definitely taking Kana first. Or I could take Akamanto and just go crazy, but I would like to mitigate damage if possible. So... yeah, we'll do Kana. We do have Akamanto, so I can afford to just run from enemies I run into once or twice. Hopefully only once, but we'll find out. And later on, we will do a thing. It's a very specific strat I'm doing as we take some experience here. Where you want Kana because the schoolyard has a max or soft limit, hard limit. It basically has a limit. I mean, I could try to fight this. There's no reason to, though. Where you can't get more students if the number of allies you have with you is, I think, 3, right? 3 or more? Which means when Kana leaves, you can sneak in more allies by grabbing 2 students and then getting Kana back on top of whatever you take elsewhere, like for me, the illegal den, but you get the point. So right after this thing, hold on, let me actually use the police station as well. Village, Seaside, max threat level, but we don't have sailors or mermaids. Or, sorry, metamorphosis. We have Akamanto, Nails. We're in Kana now, and Teacher. Or we're, yeah. So... a lot of these 3, and less of these 3, but I think in Nails and or Teacher, we're visiting the village somewhat. So I'm gonna put the police patrols in the village. I think otherwise the high threat level location would not, well, yeah. So without further ado, let's do our ally attack stuff now. So our Doom is going to shoot through the roof, is what I'm trying to say, but with the power of Mizuki, a point of charisma would be nice, but we didn't get that. Instead, I think we lost, we just lost stats all around. But I'm not going to roll on the RNG that is re-rolling for students, because our Doom is high enough as it is. Even though, yes, we have Akamanto coming up, I would like to not do that. So, extra stamina, more cigarettes, but depends. That will depend. And effectively, we're at 28% Doom, so that's not so bad. And I think we just one-shot this encounter. We get a box cutter for our trouble, but no reason to equip it yet, because we don't want it to break right away. But as we get Kana back... And I have to remember that I don't have Monument, so what I have on Doom is what I get. But this is a good start. It's definitely a good start, and it's definitely more than survivable. This run is more than survivable at the moment. But if my RNG just falls off a cliff, then yeah, there's not much I can do about it. That being said, yeah, guaranteed 12 damage, possibly 24 per turn, because it's not guaranteed yet, would be quite useful. Oh, we lost Bath immediately, though, didn't we? I noticed I didn't, yeah, no Bath, fine, so be it. What do I want to do, though? I guess I want to try to wait for the thingy. Otherwise, Akamanto now wouldn't be bad because I do have the box cutters, so away we go. As much as I would like to, no. I like how you're losing reason either way unless you have the holy candles, but hey. We're still in range to defeat Akamanto, it's just I don't like my reason falling this low, but what can I do, right? So we'll move on. More Doom, help! So what can we... Well, we can do this. If we get lucky, we one-shot. If not, Reason Pain. And thankfully, we're lucky enough. The Lump of Flesh will help, but I would like to not eat it if possible, because it gives me a random curse. You know what? Funds would be nice, but we're not going to do that. Again, because my Doom is so high. I forgot which is which. That's Reason. Oh my goodness, why do I do this to myself? I'm going to rest once in the interest of not dying. But we do need to get out of this soon. So threat level increases. That's not what I wanted to see, but we'll deal. Tell me I can brace into something substantial here? No. We do have 14 damage, or 12 damage guaranteed, so once I do this, if I hit this kick, I should be good no matter what. Which means I didn't even need to equip the box cutters unless... we do that. So we grab the Crestfallen Mask. Radio signals are bleh. Give me fame. I mean... Parting Gift is a very specific use case. I forgot to check my lighthouse, though, and I forgot my second encounter. So... I'm in a bit of trouble. Take Charisma, by the way. I almost slipped up there. My first mystery was Kana. Oh, I did fight something there. Yeah, I did fight something. Did I fight something before Akamanto? I think I did, right? Because I remember talking about, hey, I just need to get lucky, and I did. Who was it? At this point, I'm kind of decided, and if I'm guessing wrong here, then I'm dead. But you get where I'm going with this. As I guess I take Teacher now. I will also equip the Crestfallen Mask now. I'm trying to remember. It was something. I swear I fought something before Akamanto as my second encounter, but we'll find out. Oh, I have 8 Charisma. Give me that one. Ah, anywho. So I was gonna remember. I didn't remember. I know something. It was no. I have the box cutters. It should be the Young Witch, right? I guess we're gonna find out. But while we're here, I need to rest again. What am I doing here? Take stamina damage because he's angry and he throws a rocket. That's how I remember that event. If it's that priest from there. But that's a small consolation for what I'm about to run into. So my Doom's gonna shoot up through the roof for a hot moment. But I also don't... I think we get 18 damage. Or yeah, we get 22-ish damage guaranteed. So while we take... Oh, that's pretty... I'm going crazy. No, don't do this, Jordan. Don't drop the ball. I can Desperate Struggle immediately. Does that allow me to get out? I feel like it does. Because we're on random item stats, and that should be doing 20... This should be 23 damage. I mean, it's minimum 20, but you get the point. As we throw the sensor on screen really quickly. And move on with life. The box cutter's blade broke, but we don't really need it here, so... We go all out because we can't really brace into anything anyway. Unless I start... or have damage, but I'd have to send allies, and I don't want to do that. So, we take 6 Doom to the face, I guess. No badly bleeding, thankfully, but hey. And let's take the sensor off and move on with life. Can you give me fame, though? I would like that. Now that we have Blood Moon, yeah, thank you. We'll take more Charisma, and away we go. And now I really hope that the Young Witch was my second encounter. Why did I think that I fought something first, though? Now I'm just going absolutely insane because I can't remember anything for the life of me. Well, we'll find out when we get there. So yeah, minimum 24 damage. Nearly everything gets one shot. That guy was one shot hit. But as we take, oh, we don't have, that's right, we don't have the. So I'm grabbing funds for no reason, essentially. But hey. We'll do our best to still not die to Doom if possible. Yeah, this run's gonna be a bit close for me. Now, these encounters, on the other hand... again, funny enough, at this point, I want to run to as many encounters as possible. Because there aren't a lot of enemies that can actually defeat Mizuki right now. So it's really up to the events to basically make me lose the run. Please, Mizuki! Please! Okay, that is 2 stamina. And we should be able to near one-shot this guy. We get close. In the interest of not taking too much damage, we're just gonna take 2 stamina damage here. Because we'll brace prep ally attack, and then prep ally attack, prep ally attack. For that sweet 26 damage, but minimum 24. Guaranteed. No dog shop, no one cares. And the parting gift would be nice, but we'll just double up into charisma even more. No bath. And into our last mystery coma, where we're going to be losing 3 reason, but as I said, we're only losing up to 3 reason because our charisma is so high. Maybe I should have rolled on... And right now I do need to get lucky, because I think if events just keep rolling badly for me most of the time, I'm gonna die. But we'll see. We'll see if that comes to pass. That being said, no, I still don't want to donate my blood. Huh. Well, this is an interesting encounter. I don't think I should die immediately. I can also just choose to run. Yeah, we're just going to choose to run. Since I'm already losing a bunch of reason, I'm going to choose to run. We also don't need the steak knife, so... I mean, I could have just taken damage from the stamina nurse, but... With the mask, oh my goodness, I'm going crazy. I had to think. Also because I'm still thinking of Young Witch as my second encounter, but so we have 11 charisma. We have 11 funds and nowhere to use it on. Oh, no, wait, actually, we have Ryuichi. What am I talking about? Actually, figuratively, but also could be literally stocks. So yeah, let's actually lower our Doom. We should be okay here. I completely forgot. If I didn't remember about Ryuichi, I might have actually just died to human error. But we should have more than enough to survive this. If we get unlucky, sadness. Let's find out. More, but more, but more. Because we don't need any of these funds anymore. Now, I keep rolling ones here. Can you... Okay, he can actually lower Doom by 3. He's just choosing not to. But thankfully, yeah, that's a lot of doom, so let's just make sure we survive. Light, charisma, knowledge. Do we have the strength check? No, so I'm only losing 3 stamina damage. Possibly 10 doom, but we should be fine if I just do bleh. And away we go. So without further ado, I think in the interest of not flubbing up, because I would like to complete this series, so I think this is gonna be... I did my 1 hour minimum streaming. I would like to do more, but in the interest of actually completing this Nuzlocke, unless RNG hits me next week, because again, the next 2 streams are going to be a thing. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Otherwise, if you have to go, I'd like to just, thank you for watching right now, anyone watching now or in the future, because otherwise I'm just going to announce what's going to be happening in the next 2 streams, pretty much. Young Witch. Ooh, I got it right. And yeah, I do need to really focus. So, without further ado, as I update this with Ithotu, we have a score of 4. That's not a Ithotu. That is a Ithotu. What the heck? Did I do a Goizo run too, or did I fail that Goizo? I think I failed that Goizo run. Anywho. Yeah, the next 2 streams, are already scheduled, but to kind of explain them, because I actually forgot. Did I just do a thing? No, and then OBS decided to say, things are happening to my stream. No, it's fine. But yeah, let me just make absolutely certain I know what the heck is happening. I know one of them is basically another penalty stream, possibly, if I fail, because it's based on Yumiko. But I think tomorrow is going to be another beta, 1.02, because someone put out an event pack, and then I think there's like 1 or 2 extra characters. But, if things happen, they happen. It'll be at least a good 3 to 5 runs. But as for the next stream on, 2 days from now, or 48 hours from now, pretty much, it's called When Are Yumiko Batsu? So I'm basically I'm still setting up what exactly I'm going to do. That's why it's a placeholder thumbnail there as well. But essentially what's going to happen is that I am going to do a series of Yumiko runs, and I need to win everyone. Otherwise, I'm going to just do a bunch more. Basically, I'm putting in some runs as Yumiko as the penalty. And yeah, that'll be that. I could do another fanfic, but I'll decide when it happens. But otherwise, without further ado, I'm going to be just busy for the next, after this, because whether I, take a break for 30 minutes or not is up to me. But usually, sometimes I do, just go to sleep because as you've been hearing me throughout the stream, I've been yawning, so I am a bit tired. But yeah, without further ado, I won't take up more of your time. If you've been watching me right now, or you're just watching from the future, I'd like to thank you for watching. But otherwise, yeah, I should see you in about 24 hours. If there's an event of the day, there'll be an event of the day. I know I haven't been on top of that mostly. But if anything else comes out, yeah, it'll be video just out of nowhere, or I will let you know through the community page, which is why it's a good, not a bad reason to subscribe to me. But otherwise, yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!